Hello, my name is Joe Brunson, and I would like to welcome you to the Kruse Classic Car Museum in Auburn, Indiana. Here in the museum we have roughly 110 vehicles of many different varieties and approximately 55,000 square feet. Today I'm going to show you everything from classic cars and coaches and carriages to movie cars and even race cars. So without further delay, let's start the journey. Directly behind me you see the Royal Coronation Coach of King Ernest Augustus of Hanover, Germany. Ernest Augustus was King of Hanover from 1837 to 1851. He was also the fifth son of George III, King of England, the King of England during the American Revolutionary War. This beautifully restored carriage was damaged heavily during the Second World War by bombs in the year 1943, and now we have it on display here at the Kruse Classic Car Museum. Behind me is the Royal Ceremonial Coach of King George V of Hanover, Germany. George V reigned from 1851 to 1866. He was the son of King Ernest Augustus, King of Hanover from 1837 to 1851. Behind me you see the carriage of the 18th President of the United States, President Ulysses S. Grant. This carriage was actually purchased by Grant in Galena, Illinois in the year 1870. Behind me you see an 1890 Brewster Park drag carriage. This carriage was built primarily for extremely wealthy people, and as you can see from the seats up top, people could actually ride outside on this thing. It was designed that way so that people, if they would like to, could sit outside and kind of ride on their carriage and, in effect, parade their wealth. A few of the interesting accoutrements in the inside of this vehicle are a toilet under the back seat and also a mahogany chest to store plates, glasses, and silverware. This fire truck was actually used by the Auburn Fire Department. And in front of the fire truck we have a few more horse-drawn vehicles. We have another fire vehicle and a few more carriages. Behind me you see two vehicles of the presidential family of William McKinley. The first here, directly to my right, is President McKinley's horse-drawn hearse. And if you can look closely here, you can see that there are very ornate carvings on here that took many, many hours of meticulous attention and detail to complete. And then over here to my right, we have the horse-drawn sleigh of President McKinley's wife. To my right we have a horse-drawn wagon from the late 18th century. This wagon actually was part of a shuttle service from Lancaster, Pennsylvania to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Featured the high-speed service of 6 days travel time from the two towns. Immediately to my right we have an 1880 old Colonial Concord Stagecoach. This coach was used to travel from Providence, Rhode Island to Boston, Massachusetts. The stage line was known as the Boston Post Road. And then if you follow me, to my right here, we have a fine example of a Wells Fargo stage line coach. Behind me you're looking at the 1885 Buffalo Bills original Deadwood Stagecoach. This coach was used in Buffalo Bills Wild West shows, and it's a great specimen of everyone's favorite Western hero. To start our segment of the classic cars, we will introduce you with what is probably the most famous car in American history, the Model T Ford. This particular specimen is a 1927 model year. To accompany our 1927 Ford Model T Coupe, we also have a 1925 Ford T-Model truck tractor. One of the most elegant and most expensive cars ever produced in the United States were the Duesenbergs. Behind me here we have one of our 6 Duesenbergs in the museum. This particular beautiful silver-colored model is a 1932 J. Holbrook sedan. 1935 J. Rolston convertible sedan. 1936 J. Rolston sedan. 1936 J. Rolston town car. 1931 J. Rolston formal sedan. Our final Duesenberg is a 1938 Duesenberg J. This unusually wide vehicle had to be sent to a custom coach builder in order to build such a wide body. One of the more unusual features of the Kruse Classic Car Museum is this dinosaur behind me that was constructed out of recycled automobile bumpers. To accompany our collection of Duesenbergs, we also have 3 very classic Rolls Royces. The first is a 1923 Silver Ghost that you see to my left. This car was at one time owned by Howard Hughes. To my right here, we have a 1933 Phantom II town car. Our third Rolls Royce is this beautiful 1930 Phantom I Touring Convertible. An interesting fact about this car is that it is an American Rolls Royce built in Springfield, Massachusetts. We also have three very interesting classic trucks in the Kruse Classic Car Museum. The first is a 1929 White Rigger Special. (1928) Mack, manufactured by International Motor Company of New York. Here you can see the multiple winches on the 1928 Mack, and also the rear axle chain drive down below the truck. Our final heavy-duty truck in the Kruse Classic Car Museum is a 1963 Mack B67. Behind me you see Carl Casper's Venturion. This car features a 750 horsepower Chevy engine. Its body is made of fiberglass mold, and it was painted with 25 coats of acrylic candy lacquer paint. To my left we have Carl Casper's horse-drawn popcorn wagon. Then if you follow me to my right, we have Carl Casper's newer version of the popcorn wagon, a nice hot rod car. To my right we have Carl Casper's horse-drawn police paddy wagon. Then if you follow me to my left, we have Carl Casper's hot rod version of a car police paddy wagon. Here we have four more custom cars made by master craftsman Carl Casper. To my left is Carl Casper's Ghost. To my front here is Carl Casper's Futurion. If you follow me to my right, we have Carl Casper's Pinball Wizard. And if you follow me all the way over here, we have Carl Casper's Cosmic Invader. Another interesting car in Carl Casper's hot rod collection is his fabulous Phantom T. This car features an 800 horsepower engine and was also painted with 75 coats of pearl and candy acrylic lacquer. To finish with Carl Casper's custom hot rod collection, we have three more hot rods here. The first is Carl Casper's Beer Wagon. Then we have Carl Casper's Peanut Machine. And finally we have Carl Casper's Ultra Hot Rod. To introduce our race car collection to you, we have four drag racers made by Carl Casper. Carl Casper's Galloping Ghost 1. Carl Casper's Galloping Ghost 2. Carl Casper's Young American. Carl Casper's Cosmic Charger. In the Kruse Classic Car Museum, we also feature 8 Indy Racing League cars. The first, as you see in front of me, is Wally Dallenbach's 1971. The second Indy car that we have is Scott Goodyear's 1997. This car finished second in the Indy 500. 2002 Kruse Special. Gordon Johncock's 1973 Indy 500 winner. Here we have two pole-winning cars at the Indy 500. The first is Scott Brayton's 1996 pole-winning car, and the second is Scott Brayton's 1995 pole-winning car. Our final Indy car is Arie Luyendyk's Indy 500 winner from the late 1990s. To finish our video journey through the Kruse Classic Car Museum, we're going to take a look at a few television and movie cars from the collection of Carl Casper. The first car that we have for you is the Batmobile from the movie Batman Returns. One of our more interesting movie vehicles is this duck used by the Penguin in the movie Batman Returns. The final vehicle that we have for you from the Batman family is Batman's sleek-looking boat, as seen right here. From the TV show The Happy Days, we have the motorcycle of the Fonz. From the TV action series The A-Team, we have the A-Team van. From the TV series The Dukes of Hazzard, we have a Dodge Charger, which everyone knows as the General Lee. Okay. From the TV show The Knight Rider, we have Kit, the talking car. I pity the fool that don't like this van. That wasn't very good, but... We hope you enjoyed your visit to the Kruse Classic Car Museum. We are open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5 p.m., and on Sundays from noon to 5 p.m., closed Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's days. We're located just south of Auburn, Indiana at exit 126 of Interstate 69.